This is art. Welcome, guys, to Harvester. You can combine objects into new objects by clicking and dragging them onto one another. The mattress is speckled with odd stains. Obviously, some fat high school girl left it there. Obviously. Paper doll by the Mills Brothers sits on the turntable. A recently watered plastic plant. A pair of plastic binoculars with the lenses melted to the table. Empty acne medicine container. Sailor shoes with the laces knotted together. Official Dust Bowl basketball autographed by GPF. One of your typical wall clocks. 1/48 scale P47 Thunderbolt with a broken propeller. Hastily glued P51 Mustang in exact 1/36 scale. Appear through the thin layer of dust at your reflection. 7 flannel shirts accompanied with matching blue jeans and are hanging neatly in the closet. Old-fashioned console television. Pass through for the kitchen.
What? Oh, I'll do that.
Who am I?
You better be quiet or you'll wake Daddy up. Say what? Say what?
Your dad is asleep?
He and Mom went at it last night pretty hard. He stayed in bed. I saw what she did to him. It was pretty bad.
What did she...
Like you don't know.
What are you talking about?
What?
Bro, what the fuck? I can't hear them. What the fuck? Like, this is my problem. Is this intended?
Good. Finally.
Your dad is asleep?
He and Mom went at it last night pretty hard. He stayed in bed. I saw what she did to him. It was pretty bad.
What did she...
Like you don't know. I saw you and her on the couch last Wednesday night. Guess that's why she's grounded now, huh? Too bad you wouldn't pay me and I had to tell, huh?
What are you talking about? What girl?
What? Is there another one too? Wait till I tell.
I don't know what girl you're talking about.
All summer, it's been Stephanie this and Stephanie that. And now you don't remember? You think I'm dumb or something?
No, I just can't remember anything, like I said.
Well, you better remember quick, 'cause the wedding's in 2 weeks.
What?
Let me run so I can watch TV!
That's a weird-looking television. Come to think of it, this whole place looks totally retro.
What do you mean, retro? All TVs look alike.
Sure, basically. But this is one old-fashioned clunker.
Old-fashioned? It's brand new.
Yeah, but look at the tube. Where's the remote control?
What's that?
Now that I think about it, I can't remember.
And what was that you said about retro rockets?
No, retro. It means... Oh man, I know what I mean. That everything here is wrong. But I can't picture the difference.
Then shut up and quit bugging me. I'm watching my cowboy show.
Have you noticed that your show is in black and white?
What else? Color? On a TV?
Well, I think I've seen a colored television before.
Have not. Quit it or I'm gonna tell.
Hey, look at that. Your mother lets you watch this stuff?
Sure. This is part of history. What made America great. And besides, blood and guts are needed. I'm glad you're catching on, Steve. You're not too bad for a lousy rat. Say what? Mom's in the kitchen, and if you bug me, I'll call her.
Look, do you know me?
Wish I didn't, 'cause then you wouldn't be my brother, and I'd have your room, and all the presents at Christmas. Though I will soon enough anyway, 'cause you're a lousy rat.
You're my brother?
No duh.
Listen, I don't mean to, bug you, but I can't seem to remember anything. Will you please just tell me who you are?
Mom, Steve is bugging me.
Steve, leave Hank alone right now.
Steve, are you talking to me?
Yeah, only I don't want to be, 'cause I'm trying to watch my cowboy show.
I'm sorry. Look, I'm telling you, I need your help. I've lost my memory.
Have not. Cut it out.
I'm telling you the truth.
You always were a kidder, Steve. Leave me alone. I'm sick.
What's wrong with you?
I got a headache and a stomachache.
Then why aren't you in bed?
'Cause I want to watch my cowboy show.
You look all right to me.
I'm not faking. I couldn't go to school because I'm sick. Daddy's sick in bed too. And Mom believes me anyway. So shut up.
Okay, why not just tell me where I am?
'Cause that's a dumb question. And you're not fooling me with that magnesia stuff.
Yeah,
Magnesia.
Alright, fine. But will you at least tell me what school you go to?
The same school everyone in Harvest graduates from. One way or another.
I don't understand.
You're not supposed to. Yet. Say what? Say what? Say what? Say what? Say what?
I think I'm exhausted.
Good. Finally.
I think that's gonna be the correct one. And let's examine shit here. Pendulum driven cuckoo clock with the cuckoo oddly absent. Fine bone china gleams from the mahogany shelves. Box full of newspapers. You always were a kidder, Steve. Fine bone china. Oh yeah, did read this shit. Box of crayons and a Range Rider coloring book. Stunning depiction of the Earth made of paper machine? Paper mache. Recently watered shit. Hello, Mom. Those cookies are hot out of the oven. Trash can? Freshly baked cookies are in the trash can. Fireman Sparky's super foamy fire extinguisher. Cabinet that smells of dirty diapers. Hello.
Well, hello there. How about some cookies? There's plenty of rejects in the trash.
Who are you?
That's a fine way to talk to your mother.
You're my mother?
That's right. Though sometimes I get treated like the hired help around here.
I don't remember you.
Of course you don't. Until you need your socks washed.
No, you don't understand. I can't remember where I am or even who I am.
Land's sake, stop your joshing, won't you? Honestly, Steve, I thought you'd grow up a little after graduation. I only hope that new job will plant your feet on the ground.
So that's my name. Steve.
Your name will be M.U.D. Mud if you don't stop teasing me, young man.
Listen, this may sound strange, but I've lost my memory. Do you believe me?
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I'm serious.
Sure, and next you'll be telling me you don't remember Hank and your little sister.
Sister?
Shh, you'll wake her. I just put her down to sleep. If she wakes up, she'll just want to eat again. Darn it, I'm busy, and if you think I'm going to play along with this nonsense, you're crazier than Sparky down at the firehouse.
Fine. Maybe I am crazy. I can't rule that out. Why can't you just help me a little? Is that too much to ask?
Now you've done it. Are you happy? Poor baby. There, there. Did your brother scare you? Let me see.
Like, what the fuck is this?
Darn that wasp woman. She's a monster, that's what she is.
Wasp woman.
Wasp woman?
Tetsuya Crumb is going to hear about this. I want you to go to her house right now and give her a piece of my mind.
I don't know where she lives.
Honestly, you can't miss a house covered with paper nests. Steve, you tell her to mind her own beeswax, or by golly, I'll take it up with the PTA. Or the lodge.
Hank. That kid over by the television?
Your little brother is homesick from school today, and I won't have you scaring him with this amnesia poop.
Is he really sick?
Look at the show he's watching. Wouldn't you say he's sick? I'd make him stop, but oh, I'm so busy baking cookies for the Harvest PTA charity bake sale. It's on Friday, you know. I hope you're still planning on going.
I don't know. I need to think.
Honestly, skipping out of a charity affair. What's gotten into you?
I don't know, damn it. That's what I'm telling you.
Don't you dare use that language around me. You're lucky your father didn't hear you. Or Stephanie, for that matter. How do you think she'd feel knowing her fiancé was a guttermouth?
Fiancé?
Fiancé? This is insane.
Oh, you're not having second thoughts about marrying Stephanie. Is that what this silliness is all about? Pre-wedding jitters?
Can something like that produce amnesia?
Stop this foolishness right now and count your blessings. Stephanie is great at cooking and cleaning.
And just who is Stephanie?
Don't you dare toy with that sweet girl. If you start in on her with all this amnesia poop, she'll think her fiancé...
What is this? Amnesia poop. Just go.
Look, all this talk about weddings is nuts. I'm not marrying anybody till I figure out what's going on here.
First the heartbreak of psoriasis, and now this. 2 weeks before the wedding and you're backing out. Whatever will the neighbors think?
I can't marry someone I don't even know.
Fine, have it your way, but leave me out of it. If you're going to break Stephanie's heart, you march right next door and do it yourself. And don't expect me to write you a note. Stop speaking nonsense, dear. Stop speaking nonsense, dear.
Charity?
Stop speaking nonsense, dear.
God damn it.
Fiance?
Oh, you're...
Can some...
Stop.
Cooking and cleaning.
What's cooking and cleaning got to do with anything?
Honestly, boys are so dense. What else is there for a wife but cooking and cleaning? You may not appreciate a hot meal on a clean plate when it's there, but if it wasn't, we'd hear about it soon enough, I'll bet.
You're saying that's all there is to marriage? Cooking and cleaning?
Well, you'll have to ask your father about that, but I'm sure Stephanie will do her duty when the time comes.
Yuri, father. Okay.
My father.
He's in the other room. He decided to sleep in today. Now please let me get back to my cookies.
Cookies.
The bake sale is on Friday, and yet you're baking the cookies now.
Never put off till tomorrow what you can do today.
But they'll be stale by then.
That's why I'm throwing them away.
And then cooking more?
To replace the ones I throw out.
Why?
Well, I have to. No one's going to pay to eat stale cookies out of the garbage can.
But you expect me to.
Of course not, Steve. I wouldn't charge you. I'm your mother. Help yourself.
What charity is this bake sale supposed to benefit?
It'll help provide a fund for bums and hobos who wander into Harvest and have no family ties.
Kind of a specific target group, isn't it?
You have to pay attention to detail when dealing with such people.
I don't know what you mean.
You will. The whole thing has been organized by the Lodge.
Oh yeah, right, the
More about
lodge.
this bake sale. Why is it so important?
As I told you, many unfortunates who come to Harvest end up needing financial help.
Why is that the town's problem?
It's not a problem, so long as those folks are taken care of. It's the will of the Lodge.
What lodge?
The Hall of the Order of the Harvest Moon, Steve. It's just the finest place in Harvest, and the most exclusive.
What's so great about it?
Hard to say, since hardly anyone gets inside. But it wouldn't be
TM.
exclusive if it wasn't just
That's kinda
wonderful.
funny.
Just like the new Reynolds dishwasher with their patented auto dry process, TM. I've never used one, but I know I want it. Instead of sulking around the house all day, why not walk over to the lodge and apply for membership? That's wonderful, Steve. If you got into the lodge, you'd be the talk of Harvest. Harvest is a town unlike any you've ever known.
In what way?
I don't have time to go into it now. Why not take a walk around town and pester someone else? I'm busy. Bless your innocence, but there are certain disgusting truths that go along with marriage. Facts that can't be disguised by sheets which wrap around the contours of flexing go-go's and bouncing legs. You can't know what I'm talking about, and that's best. When the time comes to make a baby with Stephanie, you'll have to make your peace with the fact that when a farmer plants his seed, he can't help but get some nasty dirt on his hoe.
The fuck?
Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy. You know how he gets.
Wait a second. I'm gonna go back. Newborn is sleeping soundly. Knives gleam wickedly in the kitchen's antiseptic glow. Expertly embroidered old-fashioned wallplate. What the fuck?
I told you I'm busy, Steve.
Job?
That's right, a job. Your father has everything set up at the meat plant. After your honeymoon with Stephanie, you'll start out as a butcher in the slaughterhouse just like anybody else. Don't expect any favors just because you're the boss's son.
Work at a slaughterhouse? My memory may be shaky, but I do know I don't want to spend my life as a butcher.
You'll get used to it, Steve. Sooner or later, you'll have to.
That sounds like a threat.
Just a fact. Harvest is a small town, and if you want to be with Stephanie, you'll have to get your hands dirty. Jobs are scarce, so it's either work for your father, or join the lodge if you can. Don't forget to put the papers up.
Big whoop, Steve. Good.
Wait, what in the world happened? High voltage power lines bathe your home in a awesome old-fashioned electromagnetic field. You feel their humming in your dreams. It's full of junk mail, bills, and bake sale flyers.
Hey, Steve, I'm Jimmy James. Remember me?
I guess not.
Hey, how come you haven't been putting the paper out for me in the morning? Well, I don't, you selfish punk. How'd you expect a working Joe to make an honest living? You don't put the paper out, I'm out of a job.
So what? You don't get paid for picking up papers anyway.
The Sentinel building burnt down. What the heck else? That's all I want.
Oops.
That and a pair of sneakers. Walking this route every day has worn holes in mine. Say, you got any spare sneakers? Whoa, that's great. Maybe we could trade.
What could you give me?
You know Miss Whaley and Principal Harold down at the school? Well, I found out they're messing around with each other in the broom closet. I can tell you when they meet and trade you some keys that'll let you catch them red-handed. What do you say? Before I give away the keys, let me see those sneakers.
First the keys, then the sneakers.
Nuh-uh. If you're trying to pull a fast one on me, forget it. You don't get the keys till I see the sneakers. And that's that. See you later, alligator. See you later,
Alligator? It's funny because last time I went to the missile base. It's fucking stupid. Go to the cemetery. Here lies Boxcar Willie. Fresh soil and manure. Yet another resting place amongst the graves. Wasdom family crypt. Leaning sycamore is dead rather than unstable for climbing or stringing noses. Ah, I see. So the shit is funny because there's also combat in this game, and I've seen it kind of like Alone in the Dark level of combat. General store. Let's see. Debris. Tape and broken glass. Obviously professional break-in. He's too busy working to notice you. Yum. Creamed asparagus tips. 2 for 50 cents basically. So in the air conditioner. Tired air conditioner wheezes in the unseasonal heat. A phallic symbol thrusting boldly upwards from the concrete, ever ready to spew forth. What the fuck, man? Fuck. Examine barrel. Empty barrels that smell like pickles. Dead roaches and bits of arid grit coat the water cooler's bone-dry reservoir. 3 copies made here. A shoddy old TV missing the VHF knob.
Can I help you, dear?
Who are you?
This is Phelps General Store, so who would that make me? Maybe you need to go back to Gein Memorial and have Miss Whaley teach you about logic.
I'm fuzzy on a lot of things these days. My memory's gone.
Pshaw, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I'm serious, I need some help.
Well, they say a sharp blow to the head is a good thing for amnesia, in which case I'd recommend Miss Whaley again. Then again, they say a good scare can jog the memory, in which case I'd advise you to visit the Sergeant at Arms over at the lodge. That man gives me the willies. Speaking of willies, how's your father?
Don't know. Haven't seen him.
Care to buy anything today?
Yes, please.
Just point to whatever you want. I'm a little hard of hearing.
Mackay is bleeding robust coffee on these Harvest Blend coffee can labels. I don't really understand. It really sucks. An empty box, I guess. Oh god, what the fuck, man. Node 16mm projector with gain memorial stencilized on it.
Hello, Steve. Care to buy anything today? Just...
Huh. I don't know how you buy shit. How do you buy shit in this? You must pay her, but how do I... Can I... Don't I have money? I don't have money. Guess I don't. The fuck? Looks like Mr. Pastorelli forgot to put out the paper for Jimmy. Examine the woman. Blind woman is trying to read her mail. Good luck with that. Those mailboxes seem hardly used. Zip code map with Harvest Death Center. 3 clocks, 3 times. Bake sale, bake sale.
Yes,
I need some help, Mr.
Postmaster Boyle. What can I do for you today? Sorry, youngster, we're out of applications right now.
Come on, you must have one around here somewhere.
Well, I do have the master, but you can't write on that. And I only make copies once a month, on the button, regular as clockwork. Afraid not, son. You can't get them anywhere but the post office. I'm sorry, you'll just have to come back in a month, same as anyone else. And even then, I can't guarantee you'll get an application. The line is always long, and there are never enough to go around.
It's very important that I get in quickly.
That's what they all say. Postmaster Boyle, I'll just die if I don't get into the lodge. I can't make an exception, young man. It just wouldn't be right. Don't mumble, son. Can't understand you. Next time you post, don't forget the zip code. Sorry, son, no time to talk. Neither rain nor sleet nor snow nor hell shall keep the mail from its appointed rounds. Next time you post.
The garage needs a new paint job. It's too high to look into. The glass is so clear, the reflection makes it difficult to see. Talk to Mr. Potsdam.
There he is, my future son-in-law. And how's he doing today? What brings him to the Potsdam household, huh? Huh? What a card.
Would I kid about something like that? Why won't you believe me?
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Your mother just telephoned us about your latest shenanigans. Isn't that right, Mrs. Potsdam?
Sure did, Mr. Potsdam. You little rascal.
Imagination's a swell thing to have, in small amounts. Man needs to keep his feet on the ground, especially if he's getting married. Tell me, is your father feeling better? Is he going back to the slaughterhouse anytime soon?
Okay, amnesia, marriage, father, slaughterhouse, buy. I feel like typing these down. And squeeze out as many discussions out of these people as I can.
Tell me about this wedding.
Well, it looks like we're going to have to hold the wedding down at the funeral parlor, since I'm not a member of the lodge. Mr. Moynihan has given his okay, and your father is going to cater the affair with plenty of meat.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Meat. Mr. Moynihan.
Why are you so anxious to get into the lodge?
What is the sound?
There's wonders inside. I've heard there's more meat in there than I know what to do. Now that you're of age, Steve, you might go down to the post office and fill out a lodge application. They're always looking for new blood.
Stephanie.
Well, don't look at me. Mrs. Potsdam wants Stephanie to study hard for her finals. If it was up to me, you could go straight upstairs, but you know, the little woman, you'll have to ask her permission to see Stephanie. Sorry, Steve. The last thing I want to do is upset you and your father before the wedding. Not with the meat at stake. You will remind your dad about the meat, won't you?
Fuck is up with the meat? Father?
I haven't seen my father. He's locked in a room.
He's not going to die, is he?
Like I said, I don't know. That woman, Mom, tends to him herself.
Well, next time you see him, be sure to tell him that I said hello. And tell him that I'm praying for his speedy recovery. And also, would you remind him about the meat? Especially about the meat.
Yeah, fine. If I see him.
You should be more concerned. If he dies, then who's going to take over the slaughterhouse? Who's going to tend to the meat? I guess as his son, you'd take over. Right?
Oh yeah, slaughterhouse.
I can't imagine a better job than working in a slaughterhouse. Sure, it'd be just dandy. And you can't argue with success. Everyone in Harvest gets their meat from your dad. What a grand business to go into. Oh, sure, cutting animals open may not be much fun. Reaching into their bodies and yanking out the bloody guts, intestines dangling and slapping against you, the smell of death and shit in your nostrils all the time. Well, those are all definite cons. But once you're done, the guts have been washed into the gutter.
The fuck?
What are you left with?
Is that intended that it rips me here?
Rows and rows of scrumptious red
Meat.
meat is the foundation of any decent society. Everyone needs at least 3 servings of red meat a day. And anyone who says
Day.
otherwise is a commie. And once you're married to Stephanie, I'll be part of the family too. And your father will give me all the meat I want. Kinda makes up for not getting into the lodge.
Stephanie?
Mrs. Potsdam grounded Stephanie. So, you'd better go ask her permission before you go upstairs. Sorry, Steve. The last thing I want...
Mister?
Stop mumbling, Steve. I can't understand you at all. He's not...
Like,
Well,
yeah.
you should be... Stop mumbling. Stop...
Giant mutant asparagus, inexplicably robust given the fact that it's encased in red concrete, perhaps the helpful electromagnetic fields of the harvest. Funerary urn is the cabinet's sole occupant. Explain the ashtray. The ashtray is shaped like a particular human organ which shall remain nameless. Almost made of leather, polyester. Almost. The upholstery is stained after years of profuse sweating. The man of the house squeezing his meat. Empty shelves are a testament to Potsdam household rigorous intellectual standards. Examine the counter. Into fresh shit, okay. Plant. Plastic plant with freshly watered soil along with little styrofoam balls. The entire kitchen has a minty fresh look and scent. Oh yeah, right. The entire kitchen has a minty fresh look and smell. Icebox is locked.
Hello, Steve. Have you flossed today?
I would like to see what's her name, Stephanie?
Well, Stephanie is grounded, Steve.
Why?
I'm sure I don't know. Mr. Poston has sent her to her room, and in her room she'll stay until Mr. Poston says otherwise. Probably until the wedding.
Grounded?
Mr. Poston feels there's too much at stake to allow Stephanie to run around loose.
She doesn't want to get married either, huh?
Are you saying you don't want to marry my daughter?
I don't know your daughter, Mrs. Potsdam. Why is she grounded? Afraid she'll run away before the wedding?
No! She's as delighted as we are about the wedding, every bit as delighted as we are. But she might get hit by a car, or a falling piano, or who knows what. Mr. Poston wants us all to be one happy family, and he doesn't want to risk anything happening at the last minute. I don't see any reason why not. You
Big
mustn't
sale.
be too hard on Mr. Poston, Steve. He's a disappointed man.
No matter how many lodge admission forms he fills out, they keep turning him down. He has a new application in, though, so keep your fingers crossed. If he joins the lodge, you and Stephanie can have your wedding in the Chapel of Love, rather than over at Moynihan's place.
Moynihan. Oh, I see. I couldn't fucking decipher what I have written down. Okay, so lodge, I can remember that wedding. Moynihan. Yeah.
Mr. Moynihan runs the Wayward Hotel
Moynihan.
and the Shady Oaks
Okay,
Funeral
whatever.
Parlor. It's rumored he has connections with the lodge, but the order keeps that kind of thing secret. So Mr. Potsdam has tried to get him to put in a good word for his lodge application, but so far...
Lodge?
What can you tell me about the lodge?
Just that they're exclusive and secretive. If you're curious, you ought to pick up a lodge application at the post office and take it over to the Sergeant-at-Arms. Isn't that a thought? Forget Mr. Potsdam. If you became a member of the order, we could hold the wedding inside the lodge. My, wouldn't that be lovely? You mustn't be too hard on Mr. Potsdam, Steve. He's a disappointed man. No matter how many lodge admission forms he fills out, they keep turning him down. He has a new application in, though, so keep your fingers crossed. If he joins the lodge, you and Stephanie can have your wedding in the Chapel of Love, rather than over at Moynihan's place.
Tell me about this wedding.
Well, it's set for 3 weeks. We're holding it over at Shady Oaks, Mr. Moynihan's funeral parlor.
Say what?
Now, I know it's not a very romantic place, but there's nowhere else to hold it, thanks to Mr. Potsdam.
This charity bake sale. What is it supposed to benefit?
Oh, I dislike talking about gruesome subjects. When you get right down to it, all charity is pretty ugly, isn't it?
I don't follow.
Ask Mr. Moynihan. He's organized this event, in conjunction with the lodge, naturally. Give my regards to your parents.
Bushes are preventing it from opening.
If it isn't my favorites. Moynihan is the undertaker. He also runs the Wayward Hotel. Since he's providing the space for the wedding, you might stop by and say hello to him, just to be sociable. But whatever you do, be sure to say hi to your father for me. Will you do that? Tell him hi, and remind him of the meat.
His fucking obsession with the meat. As plastic plans go, this one seems cool. Good watering. Examine the thing is, you know, one of those things. She's Purdy. The picture on the wall is hanging a bit crooked. The medicine cabinet reeks of various... Oh, you have to double click them. Aspirin. Take the aspirin. Take this. Just fucking take everything. Use disinfectant not to be used for making cookies. Okay. I think I took everything. It's covered with what appears to be toothpaste, pubic hair, and snot. is apparently dead. A plastic plant dead. Mr. Potsdam has been taking this plastic plant joke too far. Lots of used tissues fill this trash can, some of them stuck to the sides, yeah. Towels are stiff as boards. Thin layer of hair coats virtually every inch of ceramic, and the rubber ducky has seen better days. What about the toilet? Operate the toilet. Of course. Coarse sandpaper. Fucking disgusting sound effects. Aluminium siding. Okay. Examine furniture. She has nice taste.
Who are you? What are you doing in my room?
Haven't you heard? We're getting married.
So, you're the one. Steve, isn't it?
You mean you don't know me?
I mean, I don't know anyone. I don't remember anything. How many times do I have to say it?
Just once, Stephanie, because I can't remember a damn thing either.
Really? Oh God, I thought it was just me.
You're not alone. Can you tell me what's going on here?
Those people downstairs have locked me in my room. They say I'm grounded until the wedding.
Amnesia. I will remember the wedding. Those people?
They claim to be my parents. I can't dispute it because I can't remember for sure one way or the other, but it doesn't feel right. Do you have any idea where you do belong?
No, but I'm fairly sure I don't belong in Harvest.
Yeah. I can't remember anything, but I feel in my heart that the woman downstairs is not my mother. She's like this thing, like a parody, a bad joke with mother as the punchline. Does that make any sense? I'm glad I'm not the only one who sees it that way. I thought I was going crazy.
Join the club. But we can't both be crazy, Stephanie.
Either way, something really weird is going on here. I've got to escape, and so do you. Because in a way, whether you know it or not, I think we're both grounded.
Escape?
Escape?
Harvest is a prison, Steve. Don't forget that. You haven't been locked in your room for a week.
Lodge?
Everything in Harvest seems to revolve around this damned lodge, this Order of the Harvest Moon. They're responsible for this insane bake sale that's coming, and for the Harvest Blood Drive, too. When people talk about the lodge, it's always in this hushed, reverent tone. Mom keeps telling me that women can't join, but she keeps pressuring me to get you to join.
She's not the only one who wants me to sign on with the lodge.
That's probably the worst thing you could do.
You think the lodge is some kind of trap?
I think all of Harvest is a trap.
If that's true, maybe joining the lodge is the way out.
Look, Why not explore the town a little? I can't get out of here, but if I could, that's what I'd do. Maybe you can figure out what's happening here without going anywhere near the lodge.
You're really afraid of the lodge, aren't you?
I look at that building, all lit up at night, and I get scared.
Look at the damn thing.
Again?
Seem like a harmless bunch of Masons to you?
Amnesia.
Come back and visit me
Fuck!
soon.
No!
Okay?
I misclicked.
Steve, it's good to talk to you, but if we're going to escape this wedding thing, you'd better start learning some things about Harvest. And I think you might want to start at the lodge. The wedding is only 3 weeks away. Not much time to get to know each other, is it?
Suddenly, the idea of wedding doesn't seem so bad.
Thanks. But I wouldn't marry anyone with things, you know, as they are.
Yeah, well, they can't force us to go through with it. If it comes down to it, we just won't take the vows.
I don't think anything in Harvest is that simple. Too many people are determined that we get hitched.
Why?
Potsdam wants the meat your father promised him. Your parents want to force you to settle down. Mrs. Potsdam wants to have the wedding in the lodge. Me? I just want to escape.
What else did I... Did I click on amnesia?
Maybe my amnesia isn't total after all. You're familiar to me. Like we've met before. In another life.
Maybe we really do live here. Maybe we were together, and the same thing happened to both of us. An accident. Something.
Neither of us has bumps on our heads, if that's what you're getting at.
Have you been able to remember anything else? Anything at all?
Well, I have had these recurring dreams. Just fragments, really. Strange, abstract images. Liquid, chrome.
Probably just a dream.
Well, have you thought about how to escape Harvest? You're not making sense. You're not making sense. Come back and visit me soon, okay?
Why can you operate these things? What? My amnesia, guys. Can I get characters in this game? That would be funny. Open inventory.
Okay. Well, that didn't work. Well, that didn't work.
Interesting game, I'm gonna be honest. Very interesting. The attic window is the perfect nesting grounds for wasps. The outcore is the perfect nesting ground for wasps. Do I save because I'm gonna get killed? Nice. I can't tell if I saved or not. But surely. The fuck? The icebox is sealed shut with wasp nests. This makes a lot of sense in my opinion. A wasp nest.
It's not often that I get visitors.
Are you the wasp woman?
I am Tetsuo Crumb. The ignorant of harvest called me the wasp woman. A pejorative, no doubt, born of fear and poverty of imagination.
I don't understand.
The politics of honey, the Judeo-Christian rites of sacrifice, and conventional taboos against unbridled pleasure are all responsible for the prejudice against wasps.
Honey, sacrifice, pleasure, wasps. You know what? It's easier to take pictures of this shit. Okay. You always were a kidder, Steve. You always were a shitbird, Steve. Honey.
The politics of honey are intertwined with the age-old struggle of the aesthetic versus the commercial. Because I choose to raise wasps instead of bees, I'm frowned upon by the community. Why? Well, raising bees is acceptable because they produce honey. But sometimes it's not what is produced, so much as what is performed.
I don't see any particular use for wasps.
Why must everything have a use? Is money always the determining factor? More slender, more aerodynamic than the bee, the wasp is a joy to behold. Beautiful and juicy. Isn't that enough to compensate for the little drawbacks? Well, as you can see, the little darlings do love to sting. Another source of prejudice for the masses, and another reason to love them. Bees are like animals. They sting only for a reason, for sacrifice. They have no conception of individual sensation, of pleasure. Yes, a great deal of pleasure. The wasp is a sensual being, not a laborer, hedonistic instead of industrial. Some think them quick to anger. In truth, they are easily swayed to ecstasy. They penetrate your flesh, and the muscular contractions in their thorax as they pump venom could be likened to the muscular contractions of ejaculation. Each painful
The fuck is happening, man?
an act of love.
Pleasure.
Yes, a great deal of pleasure. The wasp is a sensual being, not a laborer, hedonistic instead of industrial.
Yeah, I already listened. Wasps.
Regard the wasp. Wasps produce nothing for others, but only for themselves. Wasps build nests and more wasps, nothing more. They spread into eaves and attics. not to make honey for supermarkets, but to buzz and rustle on their own paper, perpetuating their own agenda.
So basically she's telling us how fucking useless wasps are.
The most relentless of insects.
Absolutely useless animal.
Innocent children. What better way to describe the wasp? Carefree, wild, beautiful things. If they wish to share their love with babies, or any of the rest of you ignorant hicks, that is not my concern.
Sacrifice?
When a bee stings, it rips itself apart and dies for its audacity. This appeals to those raised worshipping a god that demands sacrifice and atonement. But the wasp is promiscuous. They are not as sympathetic to the masses because they don't die when they sting. They live to sting another day, and they take pleasure from it. A triviality.
What happened? You can just fucking kill her? What the fuck? Okay. Dude, there's no way that you can just walk in here, kill somebody and then leave. What the fuck, man? Can I just walk in here and kill the dead? Hello, Mr. Potsdam. Apparently no. Why was I able to kill her? This shit is so confusing to me. Hello, Mrs. Potsdam. Okay, so you can kill certain characters, I guess. But I'm not sure what to make of this shit. My house. Let's see, can I tell Mom what I did? Hello.
I told you I'm busy, Steve. Did you hear? Someone exterminated the wasp woman.
Someone?
Exterminated. Got it? Oh my, I used to be such a card. Everyone in the Glee Club thought so. Oh, I haven't lost it, have I? Stop speaking nonsense, dear. Stop speaking nonsense, dear.
Wasp woman?
Tetsuya Crumb is going to hear about this. I want you to go to her house right now and give her a piece of my mind.
I don't know where she lives.
Honestly, you can't miss a house covered with paper nests. Steve, you tell her to mind her own beeswax or by golly, I'll take it up with the PTA.
Oh yeah,
What's the PTA got to do with anything?
Show some respect, Steve. The PTA has a lot of clout in Harvest. We run the charity bake sale, the annual blood drive, and by gosh, we even have ties to the lodge.
Annual blood drive, huh?
If you knew how much blood we get, you'd be more impressed. Donations are mandatory, Steve. If you're still here come Sunday, you'll be expected to give.
Until it hurts, I suppose.
Until it hurts. Even Hank will have to donate. Of course, lodge members are exempt. Remember that.
Hey, either way, no one's sticking me with the needle.
We don't use needles.
What?
Don't forget to put...
Barbershop? Doesn't respond, not understanding English. Awesome. Fancy barber's pole secured to the wall with a straight lot screws. It takes a true sportsman to hunt down those dangerous cows. Examine sculpture. Made of solidified mosaic. Sticky hairspray, this lovely mannequin is a work of art. Picture of young Mr. Pastorelli, spaghetti on his mouth and all. It's a picture of Mr. Pastorelli as a young buck, but it's a black guy and that's a white guy. No? Excuse me, Mr. Pastorelli. I see. I mean, that's reasonable.
Howdy, Steve.
Yeah.
Howdy back,
Mr.
Howdy
Swell,
back.
Steve. Don't you pull my old leg now. Change your mind about that aluminum siding?
What are you talking about?
I really think you should talk your father into buying some. He can afford it. And I can't stress enough the value of some really fine aluminum siding. Keeps it warm in the summer, cool in the winter, and it keeps out the sheep. Pastorelli ought to look into some, but I can't get him to understand a word I say.
Pastorelli aluminium sheep. Pastorelli.
Steve, aluminum siding can't get a fair shake no more. Started when those firemen came to harvest, filling people's heads with newfangled notions like color coordination and interior design. You can paint aluminum, you know, if you want to. But even so, I can't seem to move it anymore. Not even to a rube like Pastorelli. Thank God for the plumbing.
Plumbing.
Well, I seen the end coming for the aluminum siding game, so I took a mail course and learned how to be a plumber. Now, there's a business that never lets up. You'd be surprised what people flush down the toilet. Pastorelli's a rube from way back. Ask Clem Parsons how he followed up with the alarm system in here. I'm a plumber. I could fix it for him, but he just won't listen.
Fuck was the other word?
Nice to see you again, Steve. Think about taking some of that siding off my hands, son. I'll cut you a nice price on it. Nice to...
Hello there, youngster. They say them aliens I was telling you about? Well, they came back last night. Cut another crop circle in my south field.
How come I never seen none of them saucers, Clem?
Them aliens is wily people. You don't cross the intergalactic void without learning a trick or two. You know what Pastorelli did? Yesterday, he gets an alarm system to protect his pole. Only he don't know how to rig it, so now it's all awry.
Oh yeah, alarm system, I think that's...
Pastorelli shelled out for an alarm system, all right, but he's too cheap to hire an electrician to hook her up. Dang idiot cross-wired it through the fire sprinkler, so now when the alarm goes off, it sets the sprinkler spraying. Tarnation! Aliens looking for intelligent life ought to stay away from this shop, sure enough. Well, son, the ways of the alien is a specialized area of woodcraft unknown to all but the wiliest sportsmen. What you gotta remember is, your average alien is smarter than your average human, so you gotta be extra careful building your blind if you want to bag one.
You hunt aliens.
Son, after nailing an alien, you can never go back to quail. What, you think you can get one of those at a swap meet?
These are so weird, man.
Line your blind with lead to fool their sensing machines. Lay real quiet and wait. Preferably in the woods around the nuclear base. Oh, they love messing around out there.
Why not wait outside your field, Clem? Wait for 'em to come a-carving.
Oh, they do their crop doodles with zap guns, you darn fool. Don't you know nothing? Besides, ain't no place to put the blind out in the field. Now, you listen to Clem Parsons if you want to tag an unearthly being. They cross the void, wondering what lies beyond, all the time not knowing that what awaits them is buckshot.
A back shot. Pastorelli?
Pastorelli's a funny sort. Foreigner, don't you know? He cuts hair pretty good, but he don't know spit about nothing else. You just ask him to hook up an alarm system if you need convincing.
Did we talk about this?
Pastorelli shelled out for an alarm system, all right, but he's too cheap to hire an electrician to hook her up. Dang idiot cross-wired it to the fire sprinkler, so now when the alarm goes off, it sets the sprinkler spraying. Tarnation! Aliens looking for intelligent life ought to stay away from this shop, sure enough.
We were talking about the pole.
Why, that barber's pole of his is his pride and joy. Brought it all the way over from Italy, wrapped all special-like.
Isn't it supposed to... I haven't understood this. So what's the difference between the red and white and the blue and red? Wait, there isn't even a blue and red. It's blue, red, white, I think.
Steal a worthless piece of junk like that, I don't know.
What does the extra color bring into the equation?
Oh, please don't be ignorant. Them aliens don't give a fig for no colored glass. You think if they can build spaceships, they can't make a dadgum barber pole? Crazy hick don't know nothing about science. Anytime, Steve.
Except for its occasional hairball cough, it's hard to tell if the sheep is alive or not. Oh yeah, sheep. Sheep.
Can't understand why Pastorelli keeps that nasty thing in here. Must remind him of the pastures in Italy. Kinda like why I keep wrenches under my pillow, so as I can dream about plumbing. Nice.
You were always a kidder, Steve.
I can't talk now, son. I'm busy with this game.
Fuck kinda game.
Bennett?
The dangling television is sure to cause neck strain at this angle.
That's nice, dear.
She take them. Okay, so this one is funny. Cemetery, Shady Oaks. Oh my god, this is such a fucking large map. I'm supposed to go to everywhere? There was nothing at the cemetery, Johnson residence.
Hello, Steve. How's the husband-to-be?
Other than having no memory, I guess I'm alright.
Alright? You should be ecstatic, considering what you're getting into, if you haven't gotten into it already. Speaking of which, I heard Stephanie was grounded. Her daddy's worried about getting his meat. Though if I were him, I'd be more concerned about Stephanie getting some meat.
Right. And you are?
You always were a kidder, Steve. I'm Mr. Johnson, remember? Glad you stopped by. Just got finished waxing the Tucker. I could use a little relaxation. But since Edna's not here, I might as well talk to you.
Edna Stephanie Tucker. fucking pen. I hate when pens don't work. No, just have to push some force onto it. Tucker. Mother Tucker. Stephanie.
Speaking of Stephanie, I still haven't gotten an invitation to the wedding yet.
I don't have anything to do with that.
That's okay. Personally, I'd prefer a pass to the honeymoon. You could use the back seat of my Tucker for the maiden voyage. It's plenty big, believe you me. I'd drive you around, and I wouldn't look in the back seat, I guarantee it. Though if you'd like to come up front and take the wheel a while, I wouldn't say nay.
This fucking guy, what the...
Heck of an automobile, isn't she? Damn shame I have to sit out here and watch over her all the time. But if I didn't, those stupid kids might scratch her up playing ball. Don't see why not, but don't touch her. I'm mighty particular about my Tucker. I had the garage remodeled like a fortress, so I could lock her up at night and get some sleep.
I'm sure she's safe enough inside.
A few months back, someone broke into my house, trying to get into the garage. I had to gripe like hell before the sheriff agreed to start the evening patrols and instigate the curfew. Edna Fitzpatrick is one of the snootiest women in town. I declare there isn't a woman in Harvest that turned me away. If I was interested, that is. Just because she owns DNAs, she's got all these highfalutin ideas about independence. And her with a little girl to raise. That child needs a father. And Edna, well, she needs a good hard penis.
What the fuck, man? Let's say child. I'm not even gonna type down penis because whenever this notebook I have gets recovered and they just see words like I see Edna Tucker child and the next word would be penis. No. That's not happening. Edna's diner. I'm like fine with that shit. I'm gonna click on penis.
What makes you so sure she needs a penis?
You saying Edna's getting it from someone else? Like maybe that damn Sheriff Dwayne? He's over at DNA's diner every day from noon to 1, eating his dadgum pie. And I got a feeling he'd like Edna for dessert. Sure, it's the only diner in town, but I'm sure he's got more on his mind than food.
Oof. Edna's diner?
I'll admit DNA's diner does good business. But money isn't everything to a woman. Can money keep you warm at night? Can you wrap your thighs around it? Or rake bloody gashes in its back with your painted hollowed fingernails? Edna! Edna! So, how's Stephanie? Karen's only 5 years old. Since Mr. Fitzpatrick passed away, in Edna's arms and legs, I might add, Edna's been raising Karen on her own. What a shame. To deprive a little girl of a positive male role model, and her mama of a fine, stiff penis.
Just with this fucking penis shit.
What makes you so...
You sit. Bye now.
So you can't go in there? Because I'm in the garage. Erected an impenetrable fortress to protect his Tucker during the night. What the fuck, man? I'm telling you, man, this fucking game. Let's see. I didn't even save the game. Like, what the fuck? I pressed save game. This is a retarded game. What the fuck, man?
What? We need... Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm You want...
You're dead. I don't know.
What?
Well,
When did I graduate?
4 months ago, as if you could forget that.
What college?
College? A high school diploma is all you need to get a job. And besides, you can't marry Stephanie if you're going to waste your time going to college. 18 years old and you're just now getting your first job. It's a disgrace, but better late than never. I guess we can thank Stephanie for that. That's...
Fucking censored the word job. Guys, come on. I'll put the trigger warning there.
What?
The... Hard to say. That's...
Sister!
Don't... Honest.
What's...
Don't. Don't.
Hey, Steve, I'm Jimmy James. Remember me?
I guess not.
Hey, Steve, you've been doing a swell job putting the paper out in the morning. You just keep doing that and we won't have any problems. That's not much to ask, is it? See you later, alligator.
What the fuck? I don't get a chance. Go here first.
There he...
And
Meat is the foundation of any decent society. Everyone needs at least 3...
Wait, which one was it? I don't remember. Was it the slaughterhouse? Well, there was a glitched audio.
I can't imagine a better... Sure, it'd be... Oh, sure.
It's gonna be this one, yeah.
Animals open may not be much fun. Reaching into their bodies and yanking out the bloody guts, intestines dangling and slapping against you, the smell of death and shit in your nostrils all the time. Well, Those are all definite cons. But once you're done, the guts have been washed into the gutters. What are you left with? Meat. No.
That was intentional.
Meat is... So...
Marriage.
What?
Moynihan.
Morning.
Watch.
Why are you... There's...
Bye.
Hello. Honestly, you men can insult a woman without even knowing you've done it. What a horrible thing to say.
You're both standing around baking cookies. Same kind of dress. Same pearls. So bizarre.
There's nothing bizarre about baking cookies. The Harvest Charity Bake Sale is Friday, you know, and by gosh, Mrs. Marvin Potsdam Jr. can be counted on to do her share. Just because I'm doing housework doesn't mean I have to be a drudge. It's a wife's duty to look good for her husband at all times. What's wrong with wearing pearls, for heaven's sake?
Nothing, but you look like June Cleaver. Some kind of sitcom mom.
Sitcom?
Geez, you know, a situation comedy. The weird part is, I can't remember how I know that.
I'm much too busy with housework to watch TV. Maybe Mr. Potsdam would know about sitcoms. Stephanie doesn't watch TV, though. She's grounded. You mustn't. Mr. Moore?
What? Tell me. Say.
No. Sorry, I didn't. Sorry, I didn't.
The fuck? How is her fucking name written then? I don't know.
Sorry. You'll have to ask Mrs. Potsdam for permission to see Stephanie.
Hello? She's upstairs. Give my
Why was I able to take these? Take the tampons.
Who are you?
Haven't you...
So,
You...
I... Do you... Yeah. I'm... Every morning, a weird boy comes to the house and picks up the paper. He doesn't deliver the paper. He picks up scrap paper that Miss Potsdam sets out on the porch for him. Some mornings she forgets, and the boy gets furious. He gives me the creeps.
Anything else you can tell me?
I hear these weird scraping sounds in the bathroom sometimes. Like something is sliding along the wall. Claws, maybe. And Mr. Potsdam. I don't like the way my dear daddy looks at me. Both of them are always watching me. Especially him.
You don't think they're dangerous, do you?
I think this whole place is dangerous. I think we've got to escape. Before it's too late.
Escape?
Of course I'm right. Maybe...
Probably.
Well...
Escape.
Everything...
She's not...
That... Look...
I mean, look at the damn thing. Seem like a harmless bunch of Masons to you?
Come back and visit.
I don't understand where she is going. But she's dead, so... I couldn't survive the fight against this fuck, sadly.
Hello, Steve.
Other than that,
All right. You are... Edna,
what make...
I'll admit... That... Heck... Don't...
I'm sure.
A few... Bye now.
What the hell? Examine candles. These votive candles have been lit by many well-wishers for the dead, or one well-wisher with a lot of matches. Pair of comfortable-looking sofas. Schedule of this week's funerary events. Fuck. What in the fucking world? Disembodied organ which was never meant to pump formaldehyde. The fence-wearing blades barely stir the stench-laden air. These are organic things floating in formaldehyde in these jars, the sort of things that make you want to look away before you can really see what they are, but your eyes won't oblige. Yes, because we are curious beings. The needle lies on 33 degrees Fahrenheit. Messy remains of some poor soul. On the counter sits a new tube of Ostroglue. The sound fucking effects. Holy shit. A very nasty looking sink. Hello?
Stephen.
Who are you?
I am Daniel Moynihan, mortician and proprietor of the Wayward Hotel.
Most people ask me why I don't remember their names.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Besides, as one who deals with the dead, I try not to involve myself in the affairs of the living. Your loss of memory is of no concern to me, true or false. Ironic, considering my recent involvement in a charity event.
What are you talking about?
My complaints were central to the scheduling of the upcoming Harvest Bake Sale. I'm gratified the Order of the Harvest Moon got involved. The proceeds will certainly help cover my losses.
Need to photo this as well.
As always, the Order of the Harvest Moon has taken the lead in addressing our societal ills. Through their sponsorship of the blood drive and the bake sale, the Lodge ensures that all our needs are met.
Needs? Such as?
Pardon me, there are corpses to prepare. And my losses have been substantial of late. If you're sincerely interested in the Order, however, you should stop by the Lodge and speak with the Sergeant-at-Arms.
Why should I be interested, Mr. Moynihan?
Of all the spots in Harvest, the Lodge is the most prominent, literally and figuratively. It is the ambition of everyone here to join. And join you must to attain wisdom.
What kind of wisdom?
If I knew, I'd be a member. I have the feeling you have what it
Disgusting
takes to
sound
join,
effects.
Stephen. We all believe that. Whether or not you live up to your potential is up to you. It seems that, like some elephant's graveyard, people of low station come to Harvest to die. They simply drop dead, penniless, and they all need burials. God knows, by putting these people up at the Wayward Hotel, I do more than my fair share. So why must I pay for the coffins and burial materials as well? My losses to the dead are substantial. Hopefully the bake sale will offset some of them.
The dead.
As owner of the only hotel in town, I do my best to accommodate any hobo who straggles into town, vacancies permitting. I really don't recall. We get so many low-life dregs passing through here, I can't remember every little death that occurs.
Huh. Are there that many?
As I said, sliced open on a mortician's slab, every corpse looks the same. Red and juicy.
But surely you'd remember if these deaths were an unusual occurrence.
You sound like you're launching some sort of investigation, Stephen. That would be most unwise. Yes, I prepare them. I use this astro glue to close my autopsy incision rather than sutures. It's much faster, more efficient. Of course, it only holds for a short while, but once they're in the ground, who cares if they split open? They will anyway. The pressure of the gases and the worms pressing outward, rupturing the cavity open. So why bother with fancy needlework?
A cold-blooded approach.
But what of my losses? Do you realize if it weren't for the efforts of the Order of the Harvest Moon, the bake sale and so forth, even with the Wayward Hotel, I'd be hard-pressed to stay in business.
Okay, so losses. I don't know if I clicked on that bake sale.
This bake sale is a joint effort of the Harvest PTA and the Order of the Harvest Moon. The proceeds will be used to set up a fund for transients. In other words, bums and societal rejects without families, who wander into Harvest uninvited.
Then the Order is setting up shelters for the homeless?
Not shelters. Graves. You see a great number of these hobos die while passing through. Don't ask me why, it's what those people do. Use your common sense, Stephen, memory or no. If they were involved in setting up homeless shelters, then why would I be involved? And why would I be sustaining losses?
Losses.
It seems that, like some elephant's graveyard...
No, we talked about this.
As always, the Order of the Harvest Moon has taken the lead in addressing our societal ills. Through their sponsorship of the blood drive and the bake sale, the lodge ensures that all our needs are met.
Needs? Such as...
Pardon me, there are corpses to prepare.
Why should I be interested, Mr.
Of all...
What?
If I'd say it's been a pleasure, but I find the company of the living so wearisome.
So how do you save this fucking game? I can't fucking tell how you saved this game. Rows and rows of empty wooden peeves, whatever the fuck that word is, caked with the dust of indifference. Chandelier. The light from the candelabra gleams unwholesomely pink, like the eyes of a horde of rats balancing on thin wires. Lectern for the priest. Holding the beautiful stained glass window in which a man holds a sight in one hand and some other ethereal power in the other. Saint kneels before a shepherd, jubilantly terrified.
Damn it. Well, that didn't work. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, man. Damn it. Well, that didn't work.
Hideous Simba stands out like a swastika or a flattened spider. What's left of the newspaper building after the extreme fire? At least the plumbing held up. Cop ignores you, too busy writing a bug report. Excuse me, what report?
Hello, Steve. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sheriff Dwayne, and this here's Loomis.
Pleasure, I reckon.
Then, we haven't met before?
Of course we have, but I heard about your alleged amnesia and figured I'd play along. I sure hope this is just a prank, and not the start of some insanity plea. Keep your nose clean, or you'll wind up in jail, and that's no place to hold a wedding.
Amnesia, wedding, jail.
Why do you want to break your poor mama's heart with all this amnesia bunk?
I'm telling you the truth. Why won't anyone believe me?
Well, you've always been a kidder, Steve.
Yeah, so everybody keeps telling me.
Boy, you need to stop all this funning and get serious. You've got a wedding coming up soon. Heck, you should be thinking about your career and about joining the lodge. I don't mind telling you, I'd never get anything done if not for the lodge's efforts. To join the Order of the Harvest Moon is the highest dream of everyone in Harvest. Like I said, unless you get an application on the first day of the month, you're generally out of luck. Stop by the post office and talk to Postmaster Boyle. You never know. He might have a spare application laying around. Amnesia or no, you can't have forgotten you're about to marry the prettiest little thing in Harvest. I think you and Stephanie are perfect for each other. I just hope her father's disappointment doesn't spoil everything.
Disappointment?
Mr. Potsdam wants to hold the wedding in the lodge, but he'll never get in. Like all the rest, he's always hanging around the post office the first day of the month, waiting for Boyle to bring out that month's lodge applications. And there's always a long line, never enough applications to go around, and even if you do get an application, chances are you're right out of luck. Fewer called to the order and even less accepted. And Potsdam, well, they've turned him down so many times, unless he does something radical, he'll never get in.
Crime?
Crime-wise, nothing much has happened in Harvest since the newspaper fire. Oh, sure. Every week or so we get the odd transient dropping dead, but other than that, it gets pretty slow around here.
Will I remember newspaper fire? Surely.
We get a lot of bums, drifters passing through Harvest. Those people are never very healthy to start with. I figured they come to our fair town, look around and decide it's a nice place to die.
You mean they drop dead here on a regular basis?
Like flies. I'd slap them all in jail if I could, but there's never enough room. Besides, they're pretty good about not sticking around long. Sure, it's a burden on Mr. Moynihan, though, having to bury them all. I only hope the PTA Lodge bake sale will help out along those lines. Oh, I forgot. You've got amnesia. Mr. Moynihan operates both the Wayward Hotel and the mortuary. Kind of a double burden for the poor man. transients always wandering in and looking for a place to crash, then croaking.
Maybe it's not a coincidence.
You mean a crime? Oh no. Moynihan's charity only extends so far. He won't check them in, but he'll sure check them out quick enough. He figures if they can't pay for the room, to hell with them. But if they can't pay for the burial, it's hell for us. What with the smell and all. I guess you can't say too much against Moynihan. What with him letting you hold the wedding in his mortuary chapel and all. Crime-wise, nothing but...
Ancients. Did I click on that shit?
We get a lot of bums, drifters passing through Harvest. Those people are never very healthy to start with. I figured they come to our fair town, look around and decide it's a nice place to die.
You mean they drop dead here on a
Like.
What about jail?
Now that's a place you don't want to wind up, boy. We've got a 3 strikes and you're out rule here in Harvest. You get arrested the 3rd time, you never get out of jail alive. So don't go committing any crimes, boy. Amnesia or no, I'll lock you up pronto. Why do you want to... What?
Yeah.
Boy?
Newspaper fire.
Sure. You remember. The Sentinel building burned down about 6 months ago.
That's what I'm telling you, Sheriff. I don't remember anything. Why won't you believe I have amnesia?
Well, you've always been a kidder, Steve. Anyway, the fireman said the fire was caused by arson. I never caught the perp, though.
But we found the gas can that was used. Yes, sirree, Bob. It's in the evidence room.
Loomis, that's classified. Darn it.
How many times you gonna have to tell me to keep my mouth shut, I wonder? Sorry, boss.
You've got the gas can in the evidence room? Did you dust it for prints?
You've been watching too much TV, Steve. Heck. Who can make out all those curvy lines anyhow? No, it's sitting in there gathering dust, clean as the day we found it. Just in case I ever need a spare gas can. That case is closed, Steve. Loomis here is my deputy. Without him, I'd have a hard time keeping the peace, or at least taking a lunch break. Mainly Loomis answers the phone and babysits the office while I'm out. Though sometimes he likes to go in the back and stain the jail mattress. Isn't that right, Loomis?
Oh, now, Sheriff, what you gotta go and say that for?
Loomis has more than his share of problems. I wouldn't invite him to the wedding. Or if you do, make sure he doesn't catch the garter. That could be embarrassing.
Oh, I wouldn't do nothing, Dwayne. But I sure would like a little garter that's been around Stephanie's thigh. Oh, well, that'd be right special.
Stop on by any time, Steve.
Anything I can help you with? Help yourself. Speaking of which, you're real lucky to be marrying Stephanie. She don't look like a good woman. I just hope she don't turn out like Mrs. Loomis, or mercy forbid Mrs. Phelps. Good women can be awful hard on a man's needs, don't you know?
Jeez, this fucking game. I don't know what I'm supposed to do in this game. I'm just talking to people and they get me nowhere. Stephanie, Mrs. Loomis, Mrs. Phelps, men's needs.
Why, you sure ought to appreciate what a man's got to do sometimes in a parked car, or a waist-high knothole in a tree, or jail cell at noon. Matter of fact, Mrs. Phelps got no reason not to sell you some of them French postcard girly picture books. If you can get in and see clear to part with them, bring them round when the sheriff's at lunch, and I'd be obliged. Of course, I don't necessarily mean French postcards. That's just what we called them in my day. Any kind of girly picture book, the kind men like, would be just dandy. I'd be right grateful, kiddo, if you were to bring me one. Mrs. Phelps down at the general store don't help things none. She's got them special picture books, the one with the ladies. But she won't sell me none on account of she knows my wife, Mrs. Loomis. Dadgum if that don't burn my britches. If I even ask about 'em, she tells Mrs. Loomis, and I get the broom. Enough to break a man's heart, her burning my French postcards, and me unable to replace them. A man's got needs, don't you know? Oh gosh, I wish I had some of them girly pictures, but Mrs. Loomis won't let me keep 'em in the house. I still remember the time she caught me holding some of them pictures up with one hand. She took the broom to me. I howled like a hound dog, the broom going up and down, flashing straw and blood and straw, and I drooped. I was crying so bad, and it was so hard I had to crawl under the porch naked with all the black winter spiders, and I got bit something fierce, little fangs digging into my bare behind all over.
So confused.
Way to treat a man. And Mrs. Phelps and the sheriff don't make it no easier neither. If Sheriff Dwayne had a little kindness, he let me get around the little lady by letting me keep some of them picture books here, even if Mrs. Phelps had let me buy one. But see, he won't let me keep none here neither. He don't like me a getting the jail mattress all marked up, don't you know? Sometimes a man can be good with a gun or a knife, but even so, one-handed and all, he can get a little off in his aim. Ain't no shame in it. That's why the good Lord made evaporation and such. But the sheriff, he don't like it, and don't pay no mind to a man's needs no more than Mrs. Loomis, bless her. Oh gosh darn, she's purty. Kinda like a gal I seen on some of them French postcards they used to make. Used to be, I'd take them things, go back into jail if nobody was there, and kind of look 'em over one-handed, fold some towels. That was afore Mrs. Loomis. Anytime, kiddo.
Door is locked. Door is locked.
Well, that's the evidence room, where we store items lifted from crime scenes. It's kept locked at all times. There's things in there that could make people jump through hoops, if I wanted.
Could I possibly buy this shit now? Because we talked about this.
Can I help you? Well, then, care to just point to whatever you want.
Uh-huh. I need money before that, don't I? And that I don't have. Where do you get money from? Been to the barber shop, the lodge?
Only initiates may enter the Hall of the Order of the Harvest Moon.
Did you say something?
I did not speak, but my mind touched yours.
Telepathy? But how?
Only those who seek enlightenment warrant my attention. Do you hunger for true knowledge? There are always obstacles to the path. You must first fill out an application to be considered for initiation into the mysteries. Applications are available at the post office. Postmaster Boyle disseminates them to the uninitiated. I do not sully my hands.
Then I just fill it out and return it to you, or what?
You may find it difficult to obtain an application. You will no doubt need to find some way to persuade Postmaster Boyle to give you one in the middle of the month, as it is against his rules. When you do, however, bring it to me. And if you are worthy, you will be put to the test.
Uh-huh. Alarming green sludge oozes from the drain. TV station, meat plant. Where is the slaughterhouse? I think I saw the slaughterhouse before. Why is there a fucking missile base in this game? Like, seriously, man.
I told you I'm... Did you hear? Someone exterminated the wasp woman. Don't forget...
Shouldn't it say like oh, you have to type in something. Why didn't I think of that? Okay, now I'm confident that I can save the game. That's good. Okay, so watch this thing. This is the first thing that I experienced upon the game. So when I first played this game, I talked to Hank, then I went to the kitchen, talked to the mom, and then I saw this menu, and I immediately went to the missile base. Watch this, guys. These aircraft appear to be well maintained. This base is well stocked with missiles. Oddly enough, this guard booth is the only building on the base.
Oh, who goes there?
They tell me my name is Steve.
All right, this is Section 21. Keep your distance, son. I wouldn't want to have to blow your head off.
That makes two of us.
So you're the amnesiac, huh? Just another draft-dodging ploy the way I see it. But at least you're not an alien. You see their ships every now and then. Sometimes Swell bags one in the woods.
Who are you?
Colonel Buster Monroe. Commander of the Harvest Nuclear Missile Installation, keeping America safe from those who would dye our flag red, white, and pink.
These are nuclear missiles?
Goddamn right they are. Every one of them ready to rain death on the Ruskies. All I gotta do is hit the button and blammo! The price of vodka goes through the roof. Along with the vodka.
Well, I suppose you have, you know, safeguards against accidents?
Safeguards? Don't be such a weak sister. There are no safeguards. This is the 50s.
Then you have sole control of the, missiles.
That's right. Been in charge here since WW2, when I got my lower torso shot off in the war. Those pantywaists in Washington wanted to stick me behind a desk. To hell with that. They owed me. I left my legs in Dusseldorf. They owed me. Of course, they felt that after the trauma of having to crawl from Germany to England trailing my intestines behind me, I was too emotionally unstable to continue in the military. That's why they gave me this nice cushy job and put me in charge of the nuclear missiles.
Nice coochie job. Okay, so there's a lot of things here. There's a lot of fucking things here to note. So by the way, you can immediately die if you go here, if you choose the wrong thing. So the button. Fucking pen. Work. The button. Lower torso. Emotion. I'm not gonna write it. Call me bastards. Aliens.
Of course, they wouldn't have given you the, button if you were really, say, emotionally unstable?
Of course not. I was given a full exam by my captors in the concentration camp when I was captured during my second penetration behind enemy lines. A year after I lost my lower torso. It was quite thorough.
What did it say?
I don't know. I can't read German. Okay, yeah, you can't get shot in two equal but separate portions without feeling a little down. Who wouldn't? That doesn't mean I'm unbalanced. A little lighter maybe, but my balance is fine. Still, is it abnormal to harbor doubts late at night when your boots in the corner mock you? Is it sick to want to poke them in their eyelets and rip out their laughing tongues? Then you feel bad. And you invite them under the covers with you, but will they come? Oh no! Spit and polish, trump, a long, long way to Tipperary, especially when you're waddling on your hands. Get some gloves, they say, in their high-pitched little voices and snicker in the bootlocker, talking to my jockstrap behind my back. They all deserve a good nuclear holocaust. Why are you asking about the button, son?
I'm just a little nervous about it. I mean, suppose an accident happens.
Don't get your panties in a bunch, mister. The button is perfectly safe. I keep it on my person all the time. No commie bastard is getting his mitts on this button. No siree, Bob. No one initiates a nuclear holocaust in Harvest except me. Doesn't that make you feel better? Frankly, all these questions are making me a little suspicious of you. Maybe you're one of those pink-blooded Americans. Can you give me any reason why I shouldn't shoot you right now? I appreciate your honesty, comrade.
fucking game. So, let's get back to the missile base.
Oh, all right.
That.
So, Colonel. Goddamn. So.
That.
That's right. When I. Those that's.
You say before you came to Harvest, your lower torso was shot off in the war?
That's right. I was behind enemy lines. The night was dark. The rain wet. The plastique I was supposed to rig the bridge with, precariously sandwiched between my knees as I crawled in the muddy mud. I didn't see the Jerry taking aim at me with his machine gun until half of me was flying through the air. With a quick spray of bullets in a straight line, he'd shot my body clean in two. My lower body landed at that Jerry's feet. I can still hear him, laughing as I started crawling in the general direction of England, calling behind me in broken English, "Mein Freund, where is your legs? Looky, what have we here? Some legs? Hey, did anyone lose some legs?" I'll never forget looking back over my shoulder and seeing that crowd doing the can-can with my legs. Still a few weeks later, with only my compass and a pair of nylons, I made it back to safety. Now the Krauts are our friends and the commie bastards are our enemies. But even so, there's at least one crowd out there that I'll never invite over to Sunday dinner. Harvest is a fine town, steeped in traditional American values. But that lodge, well, it makes me suspicious, don't mind saying it. They've got their fingers into everything around here. Like a certain red commie bastard menace which shall be nameless. You read me wrong, mister. I think you should join the lodge, infiltrate it, and report back on any Red sympathizers. Your report could affect my decision on what I've got to do. Frankly, can you give rights, huh? Your average commie bastard is always only too ready to hide behind the Constitution. Real Americans waive their rights for the common good. Would you? You talk a good game, mister, but so does your average commie bastard. The Kremlin teaches its agents to talk their way out of a scrape. What do you think about that, son? You should have watched more TV and read less Dostoevsky if you wanted to pass for an American, comrade.
What the fuck is this guy? Dude! Such a fucking retard. How did I talk my way out of this? So the first thing... Okay, I'm going until he surrenders the fucking button for me. I wanna nuke this fucking city. Okay.
Oh! Those... Frank. Spoken like a true pinko.
Dude, what the fuck? Oh, okay, so even if you walk close.
Oh! Yeah. Can Right. You talk. Glad to hear it, son. You had me going there for a minute, asking all those questions about this base. Came this close to getting blown away. As it is, maybe you ought to get out of here before I change my mind. Go visit those Ponzi firemen. But whatever you do, stay away from that damn lodge. That's the most suspicious place in Harvest, if you ask me. I wanted to get back into the thick of the action and out of this desk job, but those firemen are a damn peculiar bunch of ladies. I thought they'd object to my lack of a lower body, but they wouldn't let me join the fire department because they said I couldn't draw naked men. Can't draw naked men? Who the hell wants to? I could draw one if I was a sick commie pervert. Look, I did this last night. What do you think? Thank you, son. You're a good soldier. Bolt! It's just... I knew it. They won't leave me alone. Them and the kookaburras. 9! 9!
Again? What the fuck, man?
Oh! Aside from your commie bastard, your alien from another planet is the greatest threat to our democratic way of life. Did you know that 90% of sightings occur within the area of military installations? Hell, I shoot at them whenever I see their ships fly over. But my bullets ping harmlessly off of their hulls. I suspect those things operate out of the lodge, but just try to convince anyone in Harvest of that. I tell you, son, a nuclear holocaust would be preferable to a takeover by big-headed aliens from Pluto. Lucky for us, I'll be making that call when the time comes. Son, when you've had your body shot in half, you know a thing or two about fear. You learn that when something actually happens, it's never as bad as you imagine it would be. Oh, sure, I can't write my name in the snow. I had to shell out a few simoleons for portable IV drips, colostomy bags, and so on. The pain is hardly what I'd call constant. I have my good days when I pass out completely. We're never asked to endure more than we're capable of handling, mister. Folks would die in a nuclear holocaust, but nobody would die who wasn't going to die anyway, sooner or later. And the rest of us? Why, we'd take a little R&R at the old radiation bunker, climb out in 2 weeks, and go back to work, refreshed and ready to contribute as productive members of society again. Makes me wonder why I don't just push the button and take me a nice vacation. Can you give me any reason why I shouldn't? You're right, soldier. I'm sorry. Sometimes the intense pain clouds my mind. The kookaburras start whispering to me about the pretty mangoes in the high trees, and I know they can see me. They see all of us. Can't you hear them? Chattering with the llamas behind our backs? They want our cornflakes, but they won't take the milk! Have you lost your mind? You think you can toy with me just because I have no lower torso, you damn kid, you? Or maybe you're one of those commie bastards.
You say before you...
That's right. I'll never fail. Harvest is a... That might work out for the best, mister. I think you should join the lodge, infiltrate it, and report back on any Red sympathizers. Your report could affect my decision on what I've got to do. Frank, can you get... Right? You talk a... Glad to hear it, son. I wanted to... Thank you.
Halt! It's just me, Steve.
What do you want? Did the llamas send you? That's good. Someone has to keep them in check. I'm glad you stopped by again. I want you to infiltrate those firemen, mister. There's a lot of art going on over there. I want to make sure they haven't turned into commie bastards. You got that? And don't come back unless you've got information for me. Have you lost your mind? You think you can toy with me just because I have no Lord Torso, you damn kid, you? Or maybe you're one of those commie bastards. Son, when you... Oh, quick! And the rest makes... All right, soldier. You talked me into it. Unfortunately, there's only room in my shelter for one.
This is one hell of a game. Wait, did I already talk? I think, yeah, infiltrate.
I'm glad. Remember, duck and cover.
Please excuse the mess. They've done wonders with the upstairs bedroom, but this garage defies color coordination. Sorry, Steve. After I'm through here, I've got cleaning to do. Rush, rush. Sorry, Steve.
Fire truck with a lovely shade of pink. The pickets of the fence gleam with a fresh coat of white paint, like clean-cut soldiers standing at attention, defending truth, justice, and the American way. What in the fucking world? Sullivan is foaming from his barking chops. An accident just waiting to happen. Picture of a phallic-like structure standing in a row. Decorative oriental fence from the Ming Dynasty. Impressionistic landscape. The lights are too high. The lights are too high up to reach. A picture of a storybook fairy castle. The lights are too high up to reach. Well endowed nude man standing in the moonlight.
Hello, Steve. Welcome to the House of Flame, as we like to call it. Oh, cut it out, Spots, honestly. Once he gets barking, a good piece of meat is the only way to shut him up. There you go, Spot.
Okay.
So, Steve, bet you don't remember me. Heard about that short in the old wiring. I'm Fire Marshal Sparky, head of your fire department. Please, it's not the subject, it's the process. Don't be such a party pooper, Steve. We're talking about art. Besides, we haven't had a fire in Harvest since the newspaper building burned down. Though I'll admit that the Wasp Woman's place is one big accident waiting to happen. Isn't that right, Spots?
Oh, I'm too tired to play this game. This is mentally so tiring.
Bye-bye.
I don't converse on the job, Steve. Don't bother me, I'm sketching. Oh, look what you made me do!
What the fuck is happening? Like, seriously, man.
Can't talk now. A dreadful affair. You wouldn't think that a brick and steel building with a sprinkler system could go up that quickly. Oh, please. Dwayne was glad enough to see the thing go up, and so was McKnight. If you could get into that safe in his wall... Forget it. Look, Steve, as far as I know, the fire was an accident. Let's just leave it at that. Now don't you go moving. Come again? Come again? Come again? Come again? Come again? Come again? Bye-bye.
See you guys next time.